Okay, everyone, before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of the risk in the future trading. Today, I want to cover a little bit about scalping. Before we do that, on the swing trading, we still have a few trades open. We had a very nice run on the ES, NASDAQ on the swing trading. They did extremely well. All of them, NASDAQ and ES. The YM was a little trouble today on the YM, on the swing trading. But I like to cover a little bit about the scalper. If we notice also, the YM had a problem even on the 150 ticks. But I like to from the last webinar we did an update on the A scalper and a B scalper, but it was minor update, and I've been receiving a lot of emails about sending the update. It's a minor update where when you start your Ninja Trader, it's gonna be readjusted itself because it's a minor update. But if it was a major update, then you need to remove the file, and then we send you the file. So on this update on the scalper, no removing the file and putting a new file is not needed. Again, to all the customers, you do not need to replace the file you have. The minute you start your Ninja Trader is already updated, which we have covered last webinar, and we will cover again on the setting on the next webinar. What it is, the update is just because some traders, they get lost between a limited order and a market order. So what we have done, we have added the market order extra code in there for the market order. So it's nothing important for you to remove the file and add it. And those are market order. And what we have done also, because we say in every year that you need to put a limited order, daily target. I apologize, daily target. And it seems like, I don't know, is a habit where a customer or a trader like to sit 24/7 on automated trading. So on what we have done on the 4-range ES, we tied up the 4-range ES so much on the B scalper that it's not gonna allow you to take no more than 3-4 trades. But those 3-4 trades are very good trades, because we find out that some traders cannot read the market when they open the charts. They cannot see if this market sideways, or the market is flat today, or the market is moving, and that it is a problem before you start an auto trade, and you cannot recognize what kind of momentum we have in the market, what kind of situation or what kind of movement in the market. And that is traders, they don't have experience, they can fall right into sometimes trouble. It's not always the auto trade, it's also the way the market moves. So on the 4-range, if you notice on the 150 ticks is a very aggressive, is a market order, very aggressive. But what we have done on the 4-range, we tied it up that can allow you, even if you turn it on all day long, it's going to take 3 trades, 4 trades, depends on the market movement, and then we'll stop. So it's not going to be on the 4-range aggressive like the 150 ticks or the 150 ticks or the 1 minute. Also, we did the same thing on the A scalper market order, 3 minutes. What you have to do now is the market is finished. What we have to do is use a 15 ticks a stop loss, whether you are using an A scalper or a B scalper. And then you don't need to use a trailing stop, or you don't need to use a break even. The reason is the auto trade is gonna find, once the trend is over, it's gonna exit for you. So use the 15 ticks, whether you are using an A scalper or a B scalper. As a standard, we only use 15 ticks, and we do not use um, like some other firms. They use 20 and 25 and 50 ticks and 60 ticks and 80. I see one customer had he used so standard 15 ticks, and you put the trailing stop on 0, and then you put the break even on 0. So that's all what you need to do. You don't need to do any updated, because it updates itself. So this is one of the things you can do on a full range ES market order. If you are a conservative, you're gonna be taking a couple of 3 trades. So if the market is good, you will be making good money on it, or it's not gonna be causing you any damages if you got into trouble, if you don't know how to read the market. However, if you like to be aggressive, then you can very welcome to stay on 150 ticks or on a 1 minute, and this is a market order. And then, of course, sometimes in the market order, you might gonna have 1 tick slippage, and that you cannot avoid, the 1 tick slippage sometimes. But today was the market is slow, so you can easily trade without getting into the slippage problem. So this is the swing trading. Let's get this one out of the way. All of it, the ES and the Nasdaq did extremely well. The CL did. Things on today on the scalper. We had some great deal on the ES on the scalping, and then give it all up again um, on the last couple hours. Just give it. We had a little rough ride on the last couple hours on the ES that died on us, the market. So that's why we gave up all our um, uh, practically profit on the ES based on 150 ticks. The Nasdaq did extremely well, like the swing trading, and one of the advantage also that we open it up, so it's not, if the market is trending, it's not gonna scalp it. It's gonna open up a little bit, and then if there is some huge movement, it's gonna stay. So we extended the trade if it was going into your direction. What has really caught my attention also has been now for the last couple of 3 years, the 30-year Treasury bond market order, 15 ticks, no trailing stop. You put the trailing stop 0, and you put the break even 0. And it is amazing results on the market order on the base scalper, and practically is very consistent on the 30-year Treasury bond. And the ES also is very consistent, but today the ES was struggling on the last hour, where on the swing trading didn't have a problem. If we notice, we have one trade 1,175. We have another trade 475. We have another. So on the swing trading was not struggling, but on the scalping, the ES was a bit struggling. And then we have the CL did extremely well. The CL, beautiful rise on the CL, and a beautiful, nice run on the 30-year Treasury bond. Nasdaq was very good. YM was very good. The only on the 1 minute, but on the 150 ticks, the YM was struggling on the last couple of hours in conjunction with the ES. So on the 150 ticks, the YM and the ES, it did struggle on the last couple hours, and it gave up all the profits. So this is, I mean, you have to pay attention that to protect your profit. And sometimes if the market is going the wrong side, you can lose partial of your profit. Another things for if you don't want to use a daily target, like now I didn't need to use a daily target. If you don't want to use a daily target, you don't want to use those buttons, close position or long or pause. So you can let this auto trade run. You don't have, because this is a puzzle sometimes. You can see an instruments within 1 hour can make as much as 1 day. So if you don't want to use the daily target, daily losses, or daily profit, very fine. You can turn them off. And then once you are bored with this market, or you want to stop, you can just use that button here, like what I have done here. I use it to show you guys that you can pause it, and then the auto trade keep moving, and it will not take any more trade, but it will keep moving. And then once you want to come back, you want to start trading, you just click that button, and then the if you notice right now, if we click now, click, and now start, will start going into the trade, and it will take a second to do that. And then it goes away, and then the auto trade uh, start going. One thing is very important. We had a customer did this. He was in a trade. As an example, let me take a CL. Right now we have a CL. We are in the trade on the CL. Let me show you what he did. So please don't do that. Here is your CL, and we are into the trade. And then the guy was, he's not from the state, he's overseas. The guy had to go somewhere. And then what he did while he is in the trade, he clicked the pause button and left. And you should not do that, because I never thought I need to explain that. But he thought by using the pause button, I don't know, for some reason, he thought that the market is going to hold his position for him or something. So he had an open position, and he was gone for a few hours. So I never thought I need to highlight those. So if you pause your auto trade and you're stepping outside, remember that you have one position open. So if it is, um, if the auto trade not taking a trade, uh, let's say now here as an example on the CL, there is no open position, then okay, absolutely, we can go ahead and pause it. Okay. And then once you pause it, that's okay, because there is no trade. And then once you come in, then you can resume it. But please do not try to pose an open position at your broker and leave home. So that I never thought I need to explain that. Folks, that's all what we have for you today. We wish you the best weekend, and we will go to our members. We will explain more about, if you don't want to use a daily target, you can just simply pause the auto trade, and then we can uh, highlight how to set up the 4 range and the 3 minutes for market order on the A scalper. Wish you the best. God bless you all, and see you next week, of course. Bye for now.